All right, I want to pick it up kind of where Robert just left off, talking about taxes. One of the reasons that, according to your article, CEOs are really excited about Kamala Harris is fair taxation that keeps the American dream alive while addressing federal debt challenges. Let's lean in on this. I know you wrote this before we heard about those capital gain tax proposals. But overall, what are CEOs saying about those tax policies they're expecting from the Harris administration if she wins?
Oh, Frank, very well zeroed in. I was just hoping you wouldn't make the segue back to Robert's excellent report, because that is an area of vulnerability. It's hard to defend the unrealized capital gains as a fair taxation, it's hard to believe that that will ever pass as legislation and that would be challenged in courts. But that, I admit, is not a winning quality of the economic package. Why would CEOs overwhelmingly support it? The Harris Walsh campaign, then, and they do, by the way. It's for other reasons, and the tax policies we're hoping will get revised or never get passed on these grounds. But you take a look at the past century of CEO support. Overwhelmingly, major CEOs, about half of them supported the GOP candidate, starting in 2016. And I charted this out in the New York Times. We put it in the Financial Times. You mentioned Time. It's gone to zero in 2016. There are only two major CEOs in 2020 who supported Donald Trump. And we're back down to, again, depending on the mercurial Elon Musk, where he is. And you hear Steve Schwarzman's name. He's an old friend, but he's not a...
So, Jeff, let me interrupt just for a second. Again, articles in Time. One of the things that you say that CEOs are worried about the growing federal debt. Why do they think that Kamala Harris and that administration is better equipped to handle that? And why are they so concerned about it?
Well, they're very concerned because the federal debt increased 100% under the last Trump administration. Under Biden, it's gone up. It's gone up 15%. 15% is a lot better than 100%. The deficit was tripled under Trump before. They've actually reduced the deficit by a third. So those are some reasons why CEOs are heartened. But also the volatility in financial markets. We just saw it just 2 weeks ago again when another one of Trump's temper tantrums created such havoc in the microchip market as he took on attacking chip makers, taking a concern about support for Taiwan if they were to be attacked by China. And things we just saw the devastation there.
And we did see chip stocks fall quite a bit. Another one of former President Trump's proposals involves tariffs, 10% tariffs. What are business leaders telling you about that?
Great point, too. They hate that. It was 10%, all tariffs all the time, all countries. Now he's talking about 20%. And, of course, 60 to 100% for China. We long ago said, and 16 Nobel Prize winners recently in economics have all said, that'd be highly inflationary, adding conservatively 10% more to inflation. That's just on what we're pulling into the country, making it very hard to bring product in. But in terms of shipping product out, it would be devastating because of reciprocal trade barriers. Places like Harley-Davidson had to shut down a Kansas City plant, open one in Thailand.
Jeff, I want to jump in before we get on a tangent. According to your research, they're also concerned about retaliatory tariffs that would raise inflation here in the U.S. as well. So that's one of the issues. Last point, immigration. What do they believe when it comes to immigration policy that Kamala Harris can do differently that will benefit the U.S. economy as opposed to Donald Trump? Of course, Donald Trump, more of a protectionist.
Well, one of the most conservative legislators in the Senate, of course, was the author of what became a bipartisan GOP and Democratic immigration package that was comprehensive immigration reform. Donald Trump very publicly tanked it because he thought it was going to help, of course, the Democrat campaign. That's pretty upsetting. But this is the second time he did it. The Dreamers Act, of course, Lindsey Graham and others had created. Trump destroyed that as he came in the last campaign. So this has been sort of an act of sabotage. Immigration is very important. A quarter of all high-tech jobs, a quarter of all tech companies that are over $1 billion in revenue were created by immigrants, and half the Fortune 500 companies today are created either by immigrants or their first generation.
Jeff.